My name is Kevin Breslin. I'm the director of a documentary film, While We Watch, which is about the media revolution at Occupy Wall Street.
And what drew you to this? And what made you do this film?
I was drawn to the Occupy Wall Street thing because I was asked to make a documentary about it for a company, 8Com, from Australia. Ironically, Australia asked me to make a documentary. Short or long, they left that up to me. When I came here, it was so hectic with everyone in their political angles or political thoughts and anger about so many different policies, social policies, economic policies, educational policies, housing policies, that it was so broad that I couldn't get a handle on how to tell a story quickly enough because it was moving so fast. But the area that grabbed my eye immediately was how the story from within this park, which was packed with hundreds of people, thousands of people at times, and everyone had a camera right in your face, and big cameras, little cameras, that I decided, wow, I liked how these guys are getting out the story. And I started asking people, who are you? And they said, I work with I'm Occupy Wall Street. I go, what do you mean? They said, yeah, well, I'm Occupy Wall Street Media. I said, you guys got your own media? As soon as I heard that, I started one by one watching everybody, and I decided, oh, this is the angle I want to go for. The inside storytellers versus the mainstream media was outside the fence and kept coming in and out. These guys were inside, telling their own story from their own point of view and streaming it out to the world. They had computer streams, tents everywhere. Everybody had hotspots with Wi-Fi's. I said, this is fascinating.
Yeah, I think the media tent was like right over here.
Media tent was right here. Over there was the editing tent, over there. This was the library right over here. This was public relations here, PR, which became sort of an interesting thing, even though they weren't officially, no one was officially, if you wanted to, what I learned was if you wanted to be in PR, you weren't PR. If you thought you could handle a camera, then you could be a streamer. And they created their own media revolution without having anybody behind them, any formal press passes, and they said to the mainstream media, we're telling our own story. And it fascinated me that they didn't feel the need to have the blessings of mainstream media validate the reality of their story.
Did you go home and watch the live stream? I know I did in the early days to see what was coming across.
I always felt I had to watch the live stream from here, from all the other, and when you went, they built their own website. So you go to their website, then you went to the Occupy Wall Street website, or you went to We Are the 99% website, and then a plethora of other websites, and people started streaming all over the place in every city in America. But you realize you always went to, Occupy Wall Street, and then Revolution Television. They started that. They came in and they were shooting and they were editing and they were sending out their footage, and this was the real raw inside story. And I followed these guys and told their story because I said, I've never seen anybody do this before.
You know, the day after the eviction, a couple of days later when they marched, when they said they were going to encircle the stock exchange, first place I went was to Ustream to watch it. I knew it wouldn't be on regular television, and I went there immediately, and there were like there were 2 or 3 guys going around with their cameras, and I was, as I said to my wife, I said, like, I can actually watch this, what I want to watch, what's really going on there, without worrying about whether the media is covering it.
The media, mainstream media, unfortunately, is governed, dictated by a headline news grabber. Has to be. 6 o'clock, 11. This is fact. We all know it. Bore everybody to talk about that. But these guys decided their story wasn't ending if mainstream media cared about them or not. The power of the internet and digital platforms transcended any problems that they had. They just keep telling their story. So hence, Zuccotti Park is empty as you and I speak right now. However, many people say it's not. It's as crowded as ever because it's through the airwaves. I don't know that personally. I still think the power of this park with all the people that were in here and the energy of it and the passion, it fueled the story. It made the story, it made the story really visceral, alive. And now that they're not here, you have the ghosts of all of the people, but they got their message out.